looking forward to this game. Should be a top level clash.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, obviously, Harshan doesn't need much introduction as one of the top players in the world. I've played him a couple of times, haven't won. He's won, but this year in particular, he's been on a real run, hasn't he? Won almost everything in the UK.
Yes, Harshan's become almost untouchable on the British scene. Yeah, it's quite remarkable.
Yeah.
Looks like Craig is changing EI, was it, or AI?
Well, it looks like two good racks. Craig has changed one, has he?
Two.
Or two. Okay, Craig changed, and he's done. But a very good start for Harshan as well.
Yeah.
Nice start for both players, really. Right. Okay, I better into these. I'll just run into these moves.
Right, so a dream start there for Harshan. Not much to think about, really. I guess just the, well, not even the placement, because of course the wires are always going to be landing in the middle. So yeah, Avoya's coming down.
Yeah, I mean there was no other placement with a V or a Y on a double letter, was there? So
yeah.
And Craig also getting a nice start, a nice easy bingo there, ruinates. Avoya's not so easy, but easy enough for Harshan's level, I think. So fast start here.
Yeah, very much
Very open board now.
So yeah, turn 2 for Harshan. A bit more to think about. He's drawn into the Z. Is anything leaping out at you here, Mike, off the bat?
Okay, so we've got the scores updated, hopefully. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's a bit of the first rack. Someone will have to really think about here. It's slightly awkward rack, isn't it? Although he's got the Z for scoring potential. I mean, there's no obvious big Z plays though here, are there?
No, not really. Yeah, there's not a huge amount of leverage in the Z this rack. I'm wondering about whether he just holds on to it for a turn.
He could do that and play something like Hut or Tush under through the S of Avoyes.
Yeah,
I think the highest scoring. Well, I don't know, the highest scoring move I'm aware of I can see is Harshan, but that's not 31. But that leaves TUT, which isn't that great.
Yeah. And it sets up that's through the A of Avoyes, and it sets up a hotspot as well above that.
Yes.
A.
In fact, it would be a good setup for a Z if you weren't using the Z.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he may decide to play something with the clear out the other tiles and save the Z for next time. Anesh could be another possibility through the E of Ruinates.
Yeah.
That's quite nice, actually.
So, Mike, did you say you're less familiar with Craig? Have you played him as well?
No, I'm much more familiar with Craig. I see Craig almost every week.
Right.
In Essex, because since I came back from Malawi, but I knew him before that as well. He's no, I'm in Essex at the moment, and I see Craig very regularly. So I've been playing him almost every week, as I say. So Craig, I know well. He's a nice guy, and he's he knows awful lot of words. Not quite at Harshan's level, but a very, very good player who could beat anyone. Never seen without his cap, his trademark cap.
Yeah.
As I say, he's quite capable of beating anyone, even Harshan on his day. And he knows Craig plays some very impressive words.
Yeah, it's a real treat to have this matchup. So just to remind you folks, this is our inaugural tournament of this new streaming setup we've got here going on. So big thanks again to producer Rick Kennedy, whose brainchild this is. He's put an unbelievable amount of work in on the ground. Joel Davey, who's done so much work on the graphics and the beautiful aesthetics that you're seeing today. And of course, we've got Ruth Crispin on the ground at the tournament, so she's there in the room with the players, headphones on, fielding our production requests, tweaking fixes as they come up. So she's doing a stellar job as well.
Yeah, I mean, and they've all, Rick is playing this weekend, doing quite well, isn't he? So maybe he might even be seen on stream himself at some point.
Yes, and likewise Joel actually overnight in third position. So we will probably see both of those two producers who are playing in the tournament appear again on the stream at some point. Joel appeared in game one.
Harshan has gone for Hut. One of the moves we suggested: get rid of the U, undouble the T's, and score a few. Also, a bit of a blocking move for bonuses through ruinates, I suppose. And leave the Z for hopefully get a good score with the Z next time.
Yeah, a move that warranted the amount of time that he spent. It was really tricky, nothing particularly inspiring, but he's come up with one of Quackle's favourite moves. So yeah, very well done there.
Now Craig's got the first blank, but a slightly awkward collection of tiles to go with it. So he probably won't be bonusing here, I shouldn't think. And no, I don't think there's any available bonuses. So maybe you'll be looking to get rid of the V. Well, they're all awkward letters, really, aren't they? Practically, VIG or something. Or he's thinking of Gov above Hut, maybe making gut.
Yeah, whatever Craig does here, his leave is not going to be great. He's either going to be looking to unduplicate the I, get rid of the V, or dump off the B and the U. He can't achieve all of these things in one turn, but he's got some perfectly reasonable moves. Some of them that lead pretty good leaves as well.
Yeah, and I think this was a solid choice. As you said, he couldn't do everything. He's decided to leave the double I's and get rid of the G and the V and the U. So a good choice, I think. And hope he draws well this time. So close game so far. Both swapping bonuses. And he's drawn another. Well, we should be commenting on Harshan, but Craig's drawn another I and a W, so it doesn't look that great.
Yeah.
But Harshan's record's improved a bit, but has he got any very big plays here?
It looks like his top scoring play is adds, ADZ, doubling that Z both ways next to avoiders. It does leave double N and opens that lane at the top. Quackle's favourite choice by a way actually is simply Zen for 26 through the E of avoiders. That keeps ADENT. That looks like a standout choice, I would say, although I would be tempted by ads.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a slightly risky player myself, so I would probably play ads and think the score is too high to resist. But I suspect Harshan will go maybe for Zen, as you say, with a very nice leave of ADENT and not give much away.
He's got a few other middling options between those two as well. So he's got Zonda through avoiders, or he's got Zein, Z-E-I-N. Both of those score mid-30s and keep well.
Yeah, Zein I quite like. It doesn't. Well, Zonda has a very nice leave, so that's tempting, yeah. Or similarly zoned or doesn't, but Zonda's slightly better, I think. ENT probably slightly better than ANT.
Mike, if you could take the reins for 2 minutes, I'll be right back, okay?
Sure.
Thank
okay. So, yeah, Harshan has to decide here. This is the classic kind of Scrabble choice, really. Do you take the highest score with a slightly worse leave and also slightly risky opening a triple? Or do you take a slightly lower score with a better leave and better defence? So that's what Harshan's having to decide, or something, in the middle maybe adds easily the highest score, but Harshan has to consider whether he wants to do that to make that opening, and or does he want to play something like looks like he's setting up Zion, maybe, possibly, which I like, which is a nice move. I think through the eye of ruinates. No, he's going for Zonda because of the nice leave, I think, and decent score. The score's 30, so slightly more than Zen, and also leaves a very nice ENT. So good choice from Harshan, I think. Now, Craig, unfortunately, he looks like he wants to play Iwi. Would be ideal with this rack. Is there a place for him to play that? Yeah, no, I can't see a great one next to the S, I suppose. But that's what he wants to do. That would be what he wants to do on this go. Yeah, and that's what he's doing. I think there was another place at the top, but that's too risky. There's no reason to play Iwi right at the top, making AI. So Iwi's ideal for what he wanted to do on this go, get rid of the W and 2 of the I's, leaving a reasonable BEI blank. So that's a good choice by Craig. And hopefully he'll be hoping for a bonus soon with his blank. Harshan's he's drawn an okay rack, but not one probably for a bonus, or at least close to maybe, but not quite. But he's got some good scores, like down from the Iwi, the I that Craig just played. He could play Finny or several things in that place. Finny, Nifty. Yes, he's going for Finny. I think that's fairly straightforward here. I think probably better than Penny because it's better to keep the E. But not much to think about there for Harshan. I think Finny was fairly clear. So back to Craig, who's still got a bit of a vowel-heavy rack with his blank.
Hi, Mike. Thank you for taking the reins there.
It's okay. Yeah, Craig has got a bit of a vowel-heavy rack still with his blank. So there won't be any bingos this or bonuses, whatever you want to say, this turn. You'd be looking to get to score a few and get rid of some of those vowels. What do you think, Joseph?
Yeah. So he's lining up Bay, B-A-E. I think he's looking through the Y of Avoyas there. That looks like a very, very strong play. One of Quackle's favourites. In fact, it's actually coming out on top currently. Yeah, I like that a lot. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I like Bay. Slightly better, slightly more than Obey, maybe, which is in the same place, because Bay's it scores 2 more. It's slightly more tucked away, isn't it?
Yeah. And Bay, of course, keeping a preponderance of vowels, but the bag is quite consonant heavy at this point, so that's not the end of the world.
Yeah, I mean, if he wants to keep a consonant, he could just play O-Y-E or A-Y-E in the same place.
Yes, yeah, that's an option.
they would score less though, so he has to consider: is it worth playing the B and risking, leaving 3 vowels on his rack?
Yeah, I think in this instance, play the B. I'm not sure it's worth hanging on to. Yeah, for the 9 extra points, I think take the points now.
Yeah, I think I would agree. Yeah, for that, it's worth it for those points. And the vowel preponderance is kind of always mitigated by having a blank, isn't it? Which can stand for a vowel or a consonant. So
Yes, exactly.
He only needs to draw a couple of consonants, which is very likely, and he'll probably be in a good position. But yeah, Craig's gone for that, which is, I think, a favoured choice. And Quackles as well.
Yeah, this looks very strong. And back over to Harshan. He's triplicated his E after his lovely play Finney, which I was out of the room for.
Yeah, so too many E's for this to be a great rack, but still decent letters. Not too awkward, the letters really, but just too many E's. So he sort of scores around 30 this time, I think. Maybe like CEPE under Bay. That doesn't give much away. Or the computer's also suggesting beeped, but that uses all the E's. I don't know if you want to use all the E's.
Where was that, sorry?
Beeped down from the B of Bay,
yeah.
not so a bit tucked away. I mean, it doesn't give anything away, and it leaves CT, but.
Oh, right, okay, sorry. I thought that's live. Yeah. I thought it was live, sorry.
I don't know what Craig was hearing. He was hearing something.
Yeah, we're just to let the audience know, as of course, we're all very new to this. There's going to be lots of technical hitches along the way. So this is really a trial run for us as well. But everyone's doing a stellar job of getting on top of the technology. And again, Ruth, right there in the room, having to think on the fly and fix things. So she's doing a great job also.
Oh, I thought so. Harshan's thinking about. He was thinking about CEPE. Now he's thinking about seed. I think CEDE, and next to EWE. That looks nice. Leaving pet. I like that move. I think.
Have we discussed yet? I may have missed you talking about it, Mike. CEPE, CEPE under the Z, making zap.
Yeah, I did mention it, but
I apologise. Right.
Yeah, no, that's fine. What do you think about between those moves? Oh, okay.
I think I would go for Harshan's choice here. I'd keep that synergetic DEET. Take the extra 4 points. No problem with the P, but EPT versus DEET for the extra 4 points. I would take Harshan's choice here, definitely.
Yeah, I think there's not much in it, so maybe take the one with more points. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it doesn't give anything away particularly, so yeah. I think I agree, but there's not much in it, I think, between those moves. And Craig's got a bonus this time with which he's seen with his blank. He's getting that down, wasting no time putting that down.
Yeah. Craig saving some valuable time here. I'm going to check out of interest whether he had any slightly superior options, at least.
Oh, yeah. Yes, there was a nice one down from the S.
Yeah, very nice. Give the audience a moment to find that. Yeah, so it looks
Craig
like
taking a small lead now, but it's all still very close.
Yeah.
That was. Do you want to say what the other word was? It was.
Well, yeah, I was just going to say he had one and one only 80-point bingo down from the S, which was semi-open. Really hard to spot with a blank.
Yes, and I think Craig he saw Beret on, and that's no need to spend too much time thinking about bonuses that might score 1 or 2 points more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just get one down, I think, and that was a good scoring bonus, and it's quite defensive as well. So Harshan going straight, yeah, I mean, probably a fairly easy choice for Harshan here.
Yeah.
Leaving a nice ET.
It wouldn't have been the right move, but as a point of interest, his top scoring play was a double-double of trifled through the newly created riff, which would have been very fancy, but leaving three vowels.
Very neat. I don't know if he saw that. He may not have seen that now.
Yeah.
But he may have just been seen Leaden and thought that was, looked ideal.
Yeah. Oh wow.
But I think if he had seen trifled, maybe he didn't see trifled because 40 points. He might have been tempted to go for that, I think.
Yeah. So, Mike,
I can see what Craig's lined up. Yes.
Yeah. Well, he's drawn into Jollity. Nowhere for it. Mike, I don't know whether you've looked at Quackle yet. Craig has a single bingo available. I'm going to go out on a limb and say he's not going to find this. No disrespect to Craig. I think there's only one player in the world who's finding this. And he's got a beard similar to mine, actually.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've now seen it.
Do you want to go ahead and tell the audience?
Well, it's I didn't even know you could have this. I presume it's a number. Through the I and the N, Gillians, making the blank an H, but I think we'll forgive Craig for not seeing that wonderful word. Yeah.
What do you make of his actual choice here? This looks quite strong, I think.
I think so. I mean, he could have added the T for Jolt, but maybe better to keep it TIL. Not much in it. I think that's the place to play. If you don't see Gillians, which, as you say, maybe only one player in the world would, or one or two.
So back to Harshan, he's triplicated his T. He's got some plays to get out of this, so yeah, this isn't horrendous for him.
No, he keeps getting racks which are almost good, Harshan, but not quite. He's having not terrible letters, but just too many doublets or too many vowels or something. But as you say, it's not a terrible rack. He has to. Most of these suggested possible moves, open up down, making jolts, which would open up the triple line. So I don't know if Harshan will want to do that or not. That's the obvious place to play, but it does open up a triple word score in the top right.
Which play was that? Sorry, I was just doing some admin.
Anything making jolt, really.
Right, yeah.
Or Joel, Jole. Things like time or might or mit. If he wants to, or tight, TITE, if he wants to get rid of two T's. So slightly tricky for Harshan. There's also emitted down to the D of Leaden if he wants to avoid that spot.
Yeah, emitted, completely blowing the rack up, going hunting for that second blank. Of course, we see that Craig has drawn into that.
Yes, so no, he's going to do it. Yeah. Oh no, he's playing slightly safer, playing Met up there. Yeah, avoiding opening the. That's probably a good idea, a good compromise. Use
Yeah.
that spot, but don't open the triple. Unfortunately, it only gets rid of one T, but double T is not the end of the world.
Back over to Craig.
Craig has a nice rack now with his blank. I think he should be bingoing here. Probably down from the S. He's already got lined up, I think, Stolida down from the S.
Yeah, it looks like he's just doing his due diligence to check there's nothing better, but this is great, really. It doesn't give a huge amount back to Harshan. The Z and the J are already out, so there's no horrendous bomb coming down off that O.
Yeah, I think once you've seen Stolida, it was fairly straightforward that's.
Yeah, I mean, all his other options really were through that A of avoiders, so he had toroidal, trinodal, dioptral, but that opens a load of floaters to Harshan, totally unnecessary. Yeah, this is great for Craig, and it puts him in a commanding position as Harshan is facing a surfeit of vowels on top of his duplicated T's. So he's wading through a couple of tricky racks here, but he's still absolutely in reach of Craig.
Yeah, I said Harshan keeps getting slightly tricky racks. Unfortunately, without many high-scoring tiles, so he can't get a massive score. I mean, the best score here which will clear out a lot of the rack, is Tatie, Tatie, down the side of Stolida. Which would leave EO, which is not ideal.
Yeah, it's not ideal. It's tempting though, because it really does. It scores essentially double anything else on offer. Another option is Toia in the same spot, leaving EIT. I would probably prefer that myself.
I think he's going for that. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
There was also Toia making Rift next to Finney, but very similar probably. TIE, probably better to keep a T. TIE better than just two vowels, I think. So, so a good choice from Harshan.
Yeah, and Craig got a bit of a no-brainer play here, and this is actually close to sealing the win for him when he plays racks here in the top right.
Yeah, he's got that lined up. And that's going down, yeah. And not much else to think about there, I think. That's fairly. So Craig's in a very strong position now. Almost 100 ahead now, and with an S on his rack. Harshan's got a nice rack now, though. What can he do with this one?
What's he got? I'm on a slight delay, so I'm seeing
DERTING.
Okay.
Yeah, that's correct. So
Right.
nice letters. He has got a bonus, which we would expect him to see as he's Harshan. Just one. Not in an obvious place to look, through the eye of Ruinates. So it could easily be missed, but I expect Harshan with his quality to find it.
Yeah. So that bingo is Dirigent. Harshan does need to find this. It's far and away his best play here. Even if he does find this, his winning chances, according to Quackle, are still sub 10%. But obviously, he needs to just take a moment. As Mike says, it's not the most obvious place, because technically, yes, it is out in space, that eye, but it's just absolutely surrounded in the middle of the board by everything else going on. It's certainly something I would miss, and Harshan's a lot superior, so he's going to find that, and yes, he's laying that down right now. Nicely done.
Yes, I mean, I also might easily miss that spot, but Harshan didn't naturally. He found it fairly quickly, so well played by Harshan, and that gives him a chance in the game. Though still, as you say, still an outsider in this game, but he's only 30 behind, so anything can happen.
Yeah, so moving back
Craig
over to
is looking
Craig.
at Cal. Cal, is it?
That's a G, so he's looking at Gowl, I believe.
Gal, sorry, yeah, it's a
that's
G,
okay.
yeah, sorry. I just read it as a
oh
C
wow,
for
this is a very, very strong play. Craig just absolutely piling on the points at this stage, unrelenting.
Yeah, that was his top, top play. So he's back in, 80 points ahead now. There was nowhere else anywhere near that type of score. So the only question was whether to play Owl or Gowl, I suppose. I think I would put the G there, as Craig did.
Yeah, just don't give Harshan a chance to hook anything onto that.
There's no N's left for ING.
Yeah, I think
Bonuses
that will
along
have
the top.
also factored into Craig's thinking there. He's not even
Yeah, if
creating
there had been an IN
volatility
left,
in that regard.
Craig might have been more reluctant to put the G there. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
So, we're back to another awkward rack for Harshan. So he needed a better draw than this, I think.
Yeah, this is a tough break for Harshan, but he has got room to have a loss like this if he does go ahead and lose this game. I'm just looking at the scoreboard. So as we enter day two, this being game one of day two, Harshan is at 9-1 in first place. Craig going into this match in fifth place at 7-3. Very much all to play for here at Winter Matchplay in Milton Keynes, England.
Yeah, and Harshan scored well. He can score with something like Roofy leaving EI and making another, promising bonus lanes. Fairy leaves 0-0, so that's FEIRIE scores 34, but leaves 0-0. He's looking at Roofy, it looks like, doesn't it? He's got Roofy lined up.
Yeah, this is Quackle's favoured move by quite some way. Introduces a lot of volatility, gives him a fighting chance. I reckon we're going to see him pull the trigger on this, Mike. And he has done, yeah.
Unfortunately, nice he doesn't know that Craig has got both S's, which he would have been hoping to get probably, even though there are no great S hooks. The S always might improve a chance of a bonus. But they're both on Craig's rack.
Yeah. So Harshan leaving one in the bag.
Yeah, and there's a queue around still, isn't there? So.
Yeah, and we know that Harshan's almost certainly going to be drawing into that. And that is going to be the death knell for his chances in this game, I'm afraid. There it is.
There it is, yeah. Yeah, he's drawn the queue. Which obviously he would have been hoping was on Craig's rack. And Craig has got the letters to go with the queue better.
Yeah.
But UAS and... So anyway, back to... where are we? 408, 355, yeah. So Craig, thinking about slab, is he?
So according to Quackle, at this point, Craig has two plays that are 100% to win. Both quite difficult. He's got the obscure six-letter Bursel down the left of Roofy, or he's got sub-Alar through the A of Voyeurs.
Yes, I see that.
Yeah.
Yes. Bursel a bit difficult. Craig's looking at slabs down the left as well, I assume. Maybe.
Yes, looks like it.
Maybe he's not sure of slubs with a U.
Yeah, that would probably be his preferred option.
But it doesn't really matter. Probably slabs would do the job as well. Slabs is a mere 97.7 to win. I think anything down there, any score along that column, down that column is going to be fine, isn't it? He can play both S's, that's no problem. Harshan did draw a decent rack apart from the Q, but yeah, the Q's going to, as you say, be the death knell for his faint chances. Craig just checking everything, make absolutely sure.
Yeah, making sure they can go out in 2 as well, I assume, with whatever he draws out of the bag. Looks like he's just double-checking his tracking of the game as well, from his body language.
Yeah, maybe he did see slabs, but he wants to keep the U in case he draws the Q.
That may be it, actually. Yeah, I think you might be right. That being said, even if he drew QU now, I guess, yeah, there might still be places for that quad, for example, in the bottom right.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much it would help him, but it might. Yeah, if he drew, as you say, yeah. No, as you say, he wouldn't have any other vowel, would he? If he drew the Q, he'd only have QUR, wouldn't he?
So, Mike, this has been, I think, a closer game than the 3 that you commentated with me on yesterday, which has been good to see. I think our closest loss yesterday was 9 points, but yeah, we're still waiting on a game that's really, really back and forth, neck and neck, aren't we? But of course, regardless, we're just happy to be here. Always entertaining seeing some of the world's best players. Such a privilege here to be watching Craig versus Harshan, 2 of the best players not only in Britain but the world. We can learn so much just from observing them.
Yeah, and I don't think there've been any real, errors in this game. Craig's kind of held on top, but Harshan didn't make any mistakes really. It's just Craig had some, some good draws. Ruinate, Stolida, Pereon, who drew both blanks. So both players played very well, as you'd expect.
Yes, absolutely.
But you're right. It's another game where in the ending the result is not really in doubt.
Interesting that all of Harshan's best options here quite clearly are going to be keeping the Q, actually. Just in terms of pure score to minimise the damage at this point.
Yes, I'm just looking. Yes, yes, mostly alongside Rufy, aren't they? Mice or Miha are high scoring, 45 or 44.
Yeah.
There's not the highest, the best of the Q is QAID, down to the D of Leaden.
Yeah,
28.
I think we're going to see Harshan conclude that actually he will just take the hit for the Q, actually. He's got much superior scoring plays elsewhere. He's also got Hemic on his rack, holding the Q. Of course, that would allow Craig to slow play him out, wouldn't it, potentially?
Yeah. I'm not sure if he's going to play the Q or not. You'd have to do the maths, wouldn't we? because it is a big swing if you're left with the cue. He has to decide, is Craig going to be going out? I think he will. So yeah, no, he's decided he should get rid of the cue.
Fair enough.
Well, that's what he seems to be going for.
Surprising choice. Do you know what? Funnily enough, I think that's the most surprising move we've seen from.
Has it blocked an outplay for Craig?
I don't know. Has he? Possibly. Oh, do you know what? Quackle is actually that's actually shot to the top of Quackle's moves.
Has it?
For some reason, I can't work that out. Honestly.
No, in fact, it improved Craig's outplay in a way, didn't it? You could say.
Yeah. Well. But he's phonied, hasn't he? Yeah.
Oh, it's a phony. Oh, cool. So I was wondering. Yes, it's a tempting one, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so.
I was thinking for myself, is our UK good for a minute? What do we got? 4-4-1 and 3. Okay, so I need to go to save.
So Harshan has actually saved himself, well, by dint of Craig's unfortunate phony right at the end there. Harshan's actually going to have some pretty good damage control in this loss. He's going to save himself a lot of spread. And he's going for mash for 20.
Yes.
He's actually got a 30-point play on offer. And the thing is, as I saw last turn on Quackle, Craig actually can't go out, I don't believe.
No, well, Harshan saw that, of course, yeah. So Harshan has played, what did he play? Mash, okay.
Yeah,
Mash,
so if Harshan had played Ace, ACE, making Boa Sock FE over on the bottom left, he then would have held HM for the bottom right, so totaling 51 points over the 2 turns. But it's academic anyway. And so we have a final score of Craig Solomon's. I need to do the maths manually as ever.
Yes.
Craig Solomon's 434 to Harshan Lamabadusuriya 397. Very well played game by both players, and a great fixture to kick us off on day 2 of 2 here at Winter Matchplay in Milton Keynes, England. Very enjoyable game, Mike.